And share my screen. Good morning, everybody, again, and welcome to the October version of Staying Mission Driven. Like I said, I really enjoy these meetings, seeing all the volunteers and being able to hear from you directly is good for me and good for our program. So I appreciate you all being here today. I did see another chat come in. The older recordings, they are available. The coordinators should have them. If they don't, I do. So I can send them out. It's hard for me to send them to you as volunteers because I don't have a direct access to you unless it's through GivePulse. And I know GivePulse, some of you get them in GivePulse and some of you don't. So I've tried to send the recordings through GivePulse, but it seems like they don't always get to everybody. And so I've done GivePulse and I've done directly to your program coordinators. So today I want to talk about the fact that we are on the eve of our 50th anniversary. Let's see. And I'm going to start with a few did you knows. We're going to have a little quiz this morning. So did you know that the Extension Master Gardeners are across all 50 states in DC, Canada, and South Korea? There are more than 100,000 volunteers serving the United States who give more than 5 million hours a year, valued at with 8.7 million direct contacts, valued at $123 million per year.
Per year.
Did you know Extension Master Gardeners all started right here at Washington State University? I'm pretty sure y'all know that because we've been saying it a lot. But it started in King and Pierce counties. And then the next year, it went to Snohomish, Spokane, and Benton Franklin. So these middle years in the 80s, it was Lewis, Yakima, Cowlitz, Clallam, Grant and Adams, Clark, Mason, Jefferson. San Juan barely got in that 1989. Harmony, you have your hand up.
Yeah, quick question. I just did some math. It's 100, you said 123.5 million dollars and 5 million volunteer hours.
Something like that.
Does that mean that the hourly rate is 24.7?
So that's an average rate. So we use independent sector for that. And that's a national average rate. In Washington State, the hourly rate is actually higher. And I don't know it off the top of my head. I'd have to look it up at independentsector.org.
That's pretty awesome. I wish I was being paid that much in my extension job, but that's all right. I still feel appreciated here.
Yeah, to get in to see the Washington State hourly rate, you have to create an account. It is free, but you can drill down and get the hourly rate there. Gail, did you have a question too?
No, I just wanted to make a statement that when I became a Master Gardener in 2005 in Delaware County, Pennsylvania, the first question on the final was, where do Master Gardeners begin?
Oh, wow. There you go. Way to go, Penn State. So, yeah, so, you know, it's been a progress here. We have 31 programs repping 35 counties with nearly 4,000 volunteers, serving 300,000 people with more than 300,000 hours served, valued at 10.1 million. So there you can do that math too, Harmony. I haven't looked, you know, I did this math, I don't know, probably 6 or 8 months ago. So it might have changed since then. I don't know. Did you know that Extension Master Gardeners teach food gardening to communities across the state? And did you know that communities with direct access to local food have healthier BMIs than those who do not have access to direct food? And did you know that Extension Master Gardeners donate almost 60,000 pounds of produce per year to local food banks and people in need? 60,000 pounds. Did you know that Extension Master Gardeners teach about pollinator health and habitat? This shocked me when I learned this many years ago. 1 in every 4 bites of food we eat must be pollinated by a pollinator. That's crazy to me. 1 in every 4 bites. Bees pollinate 90% of wild plants. U.S. beekeepers report bee colony loss rates at 30% each winter since 2006. And Extension Master Gardener volunteers are uniquely skilled to help people understand the importance of pollinators and actions people can take to reduce pollinator loss. So these are a couple of photos from the beginning of the Master Gardener program. And I wonder, in looking at these faces, if any of these people would have realized what they were creating back then. Did they have an inkling that Master Gardeners would be known for community health and wellness, and for supporting pollinator health, and for helping feed people? You gotta wonder. So on the left here, the photo on the left is David Gibby's in the back with the big smile on his face holding a piece of paper. So that's David Gibby, known as the founder of our program. And then to his left, or our right, is who we think is a journalist from either television. And then the guy with the camera is the cameraman for the TV, right? So this was a clinic that was held in the Tacoma Mall, and it was advertised on TV and radio and newspapers. So this was one of the very first plant clinics, and before the program started. So this was David Gibby's way of convincing WSU administration that a plant clinic was really something that's needed, and that volunteers could fulfill that need. And then on the right, you'll see extension staff answering questions at that plant clinic. So the text there is clockwise from the rear. So David Gibby's in the far back there with the light colored jacket on. In the middle is Bernie Wiesenberg. Bernie is known for helping start the program and convincing administration that it was something important to do. Tim Smith is there in front of Bernie with his elbow on the table. Tim was the Tree Fruit Research and Extension Center. He was the area specialist. And Arlen Davids at Wenatchee. And Tim is actually one of the ones who helped me learn about the Master Gardener program. He was working out of the Wenatchee office when I was in the Wenatchee office. And he became a Master Gardener when he retired. And then the front one looking in the microscope is Arlen Davidson, another plant pathologist who helped get the program off the ground. Fun pictures. And then this is a welcome letter dated January 16th, 1973. And it was sent to all the members of the first class. We are anxiously awaiting the beginning of the upcoming training session at the Fife Grange. We appreciate your desire to participate in this project. It's crazy to me that they called it a project. Like, I can't even imagine calling the Master Gardener program a project now. That I think just kind of goes to show that it was still kind of, they didn't really know what they were creating when they started with the whole idea of the Extension Master Gardener program. And I did have an opportunity to talk with David Gibby not too long ago. We got an oral history from him. And so we were on the call for almost an hour, just talking with him and learning about his ideas for the program at the very beginning. And he said, yeah, at the beginning, we were just trying to solve a problem, really just solve a problem. And we didn't really know where it was going to go or how it was going to move forward. But he said it didn't take too long before he realized, wow, this is going to be something big. And this here is an excerpt from the very first syllabus. They spent, I think it's crazy in looking at the syllabus, how times have changed. They spent, 2 full days on lawns. 2 full days on lawns.
Unknown caller.
So I just wanted to give you a little bit of that history. We have lots more, but our 50th anniversary brings with it lots and lots of opportunities. And we have some tools that I want to share with you so that you can take advantage of the opportunities that the 50th anniversary brings. We want everyone to be a part of the fun. So I want to show you those resources. First, I'm going to kind of walk through them in the PowerPoint, and then I will show you where you can find them and dig into a little bit more detail. I see a few chats here. Yeah, in the mall. So Harmony posted, I love how the plant clinic was in the mall. So that was at that time, I-5 was brand new through that area. And the Tacoma Mall was brand new, and malls, the whole idea of a mall was kind of a new concept. And so I guess people were going to that mall in droves just to kind of see what it was all about. It was easy to get to because the I-5 was put in right there. And so it ended up being the stories that I've heard. I haven't, seen this for certain, but the line for that first plant clinic was out the mall door and around the corner. That's how needed it was. Yeah. So let's talk about some of these resources that we have for you, and I want to show you where they're at. First of all, we have some pretty good goals and messages that we want each program to be sending with the 50th anniversary. We want all volunteers and program coordinators, faculty, administrators, and the national and international Extension Master Gardener programs to feel recognized and appreciated for all of the work that we do across the nation. We want to be certain to share our successes and our accomplishments. So we are telling our story in a way that is relevant and timely, and that it makes a difference in the lives of volunteers and in the communities that volunteers serve. We also want to be able to benefit from the fund development opportunities that our 50th anniversary offers. The ultimate goal is to elevate our program across the nation to show how our program addresses issues like climate change, food security, pollinator health, water conservation, soil health, wildfire preparedness, and overall community health and wellness. Really addresses those 9 program priorities. So one of the ways that we've created some tools for you is through a social media toolkit and some training that goes along with that toolkit. So now we need all social media people in the world. If you're using social media in any way, we need you to connect with us. We need you to connect with the WSU Master Gardener Program Facebook page. We need you to connect with the Instagram page. We need you to use the hashtag EMG50 with your Instagram posts. You can use them on Facebook too, but according to the social media gurus that did the training for us, the hashtags don't they don't, the algorithm in Facebook doesn't work as well as it does in Instagram to aggregate all of those hashtags. So it works really well on Instagram. So use the hashtags on Instagram. And then we're going to celebrate for the first time ever National Extension Master Gardener Week, March 20th through the 25th, 2023. So that's part of the social media training here. So in this toolkit, you'll find our campaign goals and target audiences, where, when, and how to post content, what to post. You'll find information on the best imagery and how to get the best imagery. There are more than 40 pre-made posts that you can use inside this toolkit. I think, some of the hardest pieces about social media is creating the post in the beginning. So there's more than 40 pre-made posts that you can use. And then there are other resources and recommendations for you to peruse to help you build posts that are timely and relevant to what you're doing in your community at that time. And then there are some examples of some successful posts as well. So when we're done walking through the PowerPoint, I am going to go out to the website and kind of show you what these things look like. We want you to celebrate with us. And we have an event planning guide that's available to you so that you can plan your own events. But we have a kickoff event in April in Puyallup. I think you have heard this from me before. 3 regional events. The international event in Overland Park, Kansas, June 18th through the 22nd. Our statewide culminating event, which is the AEC, the Advanced Education Conference, September 27th through the 29th in Tacoma at the Marriott. And then kind of a last minute bit of extra fun that we've been able to put together is participation at the Northwest Flower and Garden Festival at the Seattle Convention Center, February 15th through the 19th, 2023. So this is actually first on our list. But we'll have a 10 by 20 booth there, sponsoring the judge, who is the executive director of Heronswood. So be on the lookout for information on that from me. There are the seminars at that conference. I'll be sending out a list of the seminars that qualify for CE. There is an opportunity to purchase half-price tickets during Black Friday through Cyber Monday. So there'll be information coming out from me on that. I think the half-price ticket is like $14.50. But to staff that booth, we'll be looking for volunteers to help staff the booth the days of the show, February 15th through the 19th. So either reach out to me if you want to help with that, or reach out to your program coordinator, but that should be a fun time. And then we have our Endowed Chair campaign as an opportunity to, let's see, yeah, that's it. So as an opportunity with our 50th anniversary. So on our website, we have some talking points. We have kind of a little primer on visiting with a potential donor. We have frequently asked questions. There's an endowment spotlight, which just kind of, it's a one pager that kind of highlights what we're trying to accomplish. There's a QR code if you want to pull that down and put it on a poster for, to help direct people to give. And then we have 2 banners, the history banner and the endowed chair banner. Now, I do know there's still a lot of questions around the endowed chair and what we're trying to accomplish. And so I want to have those conversations with you. If you have questions that you are willing to ask, we can, once we get into the website, I'll kind of show you what's there. I was taking a look at the chat box here. yeah, Sharon Coleman was in those photos as well. So there's just an example of some of the resources that we have available. So these banners, these are banners that are on the top of your screen. They're 2.5 by 8 foot banners, and they tell the history of our program, describing, and then the one on the right is our endowed chair banner, which describes, that we're wanting to hire a urban horticulturist that's fully dedicated to the Extension Master Gardener program here at Washington State University. The bottom left is the spirit mark, or the 50th anniversary mark. That's available to you. You can pull that down and use it. And then on the right bottom is a bookmark template. You can see in that bookmark template, so Sharon Coleman is there on the left in that white dress with the lattice and the long hair there. And then she's working with a client and a plant pathologist from WSU on somebody's roadie. Surprise, surprise. The roadies aren't looking good even back then. So I want to show you where these are and kind of how you can get them, but these are just a few examples of the things that are available to you. So let's go out to the website, and then I do have a video that I want to share with you at the end. Some of you may have seen it, but oh, thanks, Tim. You put the in the chat box. I appreciate that. So I'm going to stop sharing just for a second. And I want to go out to the website. Let's see, pull this over here. Oh, not what I wanted. Well, I pulled the website over there. Let's see. There it is. Okay. So here's our home page, our mastergardener.wsu.edu homepage. I think most of you have seen this. So on the home page, if you just scroll down a little bit, you'll see our 50 years and counting information on here. So you can click into this red button and see where it all began. You can share it. I'll share this video with you before we leave today. This is a promo video that shares about what we have coming at us next year. You can see the events here, and as we have more information on these events, we'll put more information in here for you. The International Master Gardener Conference information is here. Our AEC information is here for the culminating event in Tacoma. And you can visit the conference website directly from here. And you can see a little bit about our history, the things we do today, and what could be for tomorrow. And if you're interested in buying some swag, you can do that here. And then the very bottom of this page, right here, resources and marketing materials for Extension Master Gardener programs. Click into here, or you'll also see down here at the very bottom, 50th anniversary resources. So they kind of take you to the same place. So here's the marketing materials. If you want to pull this mark down, you can do that, but you need to do it in accordance with the usage guidelines. So this kind of tells you exactly how the mark should be used. The biggest piece is that it has to be used with our Extension Master Gardener logo. You'll notice that we have samples from other universities in here because they can use this 50th mark as well, and they are using it, but they have to use it in conjunction with their extension logo. The 50th mark should never be used on its own. It must be used in conjunction with the WSU extension logo.
So you're saying don't make buttons. Like we couldn't make a button for with a little button maker kit out of the
It-
Master Gardener 50.
So there's like with everything, there's gray area, right? So if it's a button that represents simply a Master Gardener, that's totally fine. But don't use this mark to represent the program by itself. It has to, if you're representing the program, like on official business, a poster, a bookmark, a postcard, a letter, it has to have both.
Got it. So these are guidelines mainly for public correspondence type situations, but we could take this 50th celebration logo and create buttons and then distribute them to our volunteers or something like that.
Yep.
Sweet.
Okay. And remember, everybody has access to this. This is not behind a password protected page. Anybody who wants to can get into here and get what you need. Okay, so then if you want to pull them down, pull that 50th mark down just in black and white, you can do that. Depending on what you're having it printed on, if you're just doing a single color. There's some marketing templates here for you. So there's a letterhead that's already pre-made. You just pull it down and use it. We have a postcard. It's in PowerPoint. So most people have access to PowerPoint. So you can see the postcard here. And then here's the back side of it. So that's 2 up on a page postcard. And then we have one that's 4 up on a page too, if you are wanting to do a smaller postcard. And then the bookmark, and I showed you the bookmark. Also in PowerPoint, and you can insert your own photo in here, right? So add your own county photo to the blank side of the frame, making sure it extends to about the center of the 50th logo. And it's my understanding that Debbie has this all set up so that all you got to do is put your photo in there and it will automatically, work for you. And then you have the back side, you can put your information in here. And then the social media toolkit.
Oh, Jennifer, there was a question in the chat. Where does the QR code on the bookmark go?
To, oh my gosh. So some of these went to the endowed chair page and some of them just went to the our Master Gardener homepage. I'm pretty sure
Okay.
that one just goes to the Master Gardener homepage.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tim. So this is the toolkit. It was written by Kim Schmaus and others in the WSU Connors Communications Department and designed by Debbie Benbow. So what you'll find in here is just an overview, campaign goals, which social media platform to use, where and when and how to post your content, what to post, all kinds of things. But I think this, for me, I'm not a big social media person. I'm trying to up my game. I got on social media when my kids wanted to do it. I was like, okay, I guess I got to learn how to do this. So I'm not really big on it, but I'm really trying because it is how particularly younger audiences receive information. And then we recently learned in extension that there's almost a gap between a lot of the agricultural people, farmers, and even small farmers, they don't use their computers, they use their phones to get information. And so social media works really well for them because they can get it on their phone while they're out on the tractor or while they're out in the garden. are on the farm doing what they need to do. So social media is actually a great way to reach the younger audiences and agricultural folks as well. So there's quite a bit here. There's some call outs. Campaign goals. Which social media platforms to use, along with some target audiences. There's some social media calendars that you can use you can just sit down on Sunday night or Monday morning or whatever and plan your social media posts all at one time, and then they'll automatically post. We want you to use the hashtag EMG50 so that we can see across the nation where all of the celebrations are happening. You know, information about when to post, how to use hashtags, how to tag. Some ideas here, what to post. General fact posts, and then some imagery information. We have some stock photos that you can use. We've uploaded those, and then some unsplash photos that you can click into and just grab those photos. You know, those are safe to use. And then 40 posts that you can grab. So these are around local food. You can see that I kind of use them today in the beginning of our talk. Did you knows? Did you knows around pollinators? Did you knows around wildfire preparedness and posts? So, you know, we've tried to make it as easy as possible for you to grab these things and post them. We even gave you some ideas on hashtags to use along with the post. So you get the idea. There's quite a bit here. Further topics for content. And then we gave you some timely information too. So in January, everything that might you know, correlate with the Master Gardener program. Did you know that there was a National Squirrel Appreciation Day? January 21st. So there we go. National Asparagus Day is May 24th. We were talking about asparagus yesterday. So anyway, you get the idea there. The recording, the training that is recorded is right here. You can click right into there and watch that training. It was about an hour long. We had people from across the nation on this training. So that was fantastic. Information on how to use hashtags. So I really encourage you to get in here and take a look at this stuff. And then here's the event planning guide. And this has the purpose, you know, of our 50th anniversary and what we're trying to accomplish with key messages. It has some ideas for planning committees and what those committees should be responsible for, and some special notes. Planning timeline gives you an idea of how long it takes to plan an event and what needs to be done by, you know, a given time. And then ideas for the program, what you might do at the event. And some local event tools and resources that are readily available and downloadable for you. All right here. And then regional event tools and resources. And then you'll see the events down there at the bottom. And again, you can see the official logo wear if you want to get in here and order some swag. I bought a shirt. I love it. It's just a polo and it fits nicely. I'd say it's true to size. Okay, and then getting involved is where you're going to find the Endowed Chair campaign information. Funding priorities, the impact of philanthropy. And then if you get down here to the bottom, resources to promote the endowment, You'll see printable documents and the training. So this is where you'll find the talking points. You'll find information about how you might structure a conversation with a potential donor and how that might go. You'll see the FAQs here and the spotlight, which is that one pager I was telling you about. And then a QR code, you can pull that and put it on a poster or on a postcard if you were wanting to try to get folks to donate. And then the endowment banner. This sometimes takes a while to download, but it's here. You can download that and you can purchase one. Again, these are 2.5 by 8 feet. And then the history banner, same thing. We're working on a couple other banners that are focused on our program priorities. Those will be available for the Northwest Flower and Garden Festival and also for regional events. So let's look at, I wanted to show you these FAQs here. There's a number of them. It's 2.5 pages long, but it really gives answers a lot of the questions that I've been hearing from volunteers and program coordinators across the state about the Endowed Chair campaign itself and how the money will impact our program at the state level and the county level. And information about what happens if, we don't reach that $1.5 million goal. What happens to the money? It stays with the WSU Extension Master Gardener Program. It must stay and be used for by legal action. Must be used for the WSU Extension Master Gardener Program. All right, so I think that is what I wanted to show you on the website. Let's see. Cougs Give is scheduled for April 13th, 2023. Yes, thanks, Jerry. And we will be a part of Cougs Give again. We were last year and we'll be a part of it again this year. Last year, it was a little bit of a quick one because our account was still being set up. And so we weren't as prepared as we wanted to be for Cougs Give. So this year we'll be more prepared. So that's what I had to share with you today. Please ask any questions, comments. Be happy to address any questions or comments you have. You guys are quiet. Really?
Jennifer, I think Bonnie has her hand up.
Oh,
Bonnie
okay, I didn't
Schaefer.
see that. Bonnie, go ahead, speak up.
Jennifer, this was excellent. Is this hour go to CE hours?
Oh, I see what you're asking. How have we done? How have we done it in the past, Sandra? Did we do program support or did we do CE? Oh, look at Cecilia has her
Continuing ed.
continuing ed. Thank you, Sandra.
Thank you.
When does registration open for 2023 conference? We're still working on what that date will be, probably May 1. It might be April 1 or somewhere in there, between April and May. April is National Native Plant Month. I think it's in the toolkit, Gail. It's also Volunteer Appreciation Month. Back to social media. Are you trying to get everyone to post to one social media account or are you encouraging?
April is National Plant Appreciation, Native Plant Appreciation Month. It was passed unanimously by both houses of the Senate. If you can believe it or not, something passed unanimously. It's also Washington State's Native Plant Appreciation Month, which has had a proclamation declared by the governor,
Great.
but that's not included on the April calendar.
Okay. Well, it's certainly not a full a full calendar. Those were we did our best to get as much in there as we could. There's another one we want to add too. So Gail, if you email me, like I need a specific email to add those to the calendar, and I'll get them in there for an updated toolkit.
Okay, fine, thank you. I will. Since you have May for National Chiropractic Month, I figured the national native plants could get in there too.
Yes, absolutely. So let's see, Mike had a question about social media. Are you trying to get everyone to post to one social media account or encouraging every county to have their own? So this is gonna show my ignorance about social media, but I don't think we can do one account. I have an account that I manage at the state level, and then the counties have accounts. And I think even foundations have accounts. So I think what we're wanting folks to do is is it an @ sign and then write the okay.
Yep, got it.
Okay. Anything else?
Jennifer, I saw in the comments that someone's really excited to see the trailer, the little video that you guys have that Wazoo made for the 50th celebration.
All right, are we ready to go there? Okay, let me see, I'll pull it back up here. Okay, so again, you can find this and share it out. It's on our 50 years and counting page. It's embedded right in here. Oh, I better make sure my share sound is on.
The Extension Master Gardener Program is turning 50. It all started right here in Washington State.
Thanks to the
Hold on,
innovative faculty.
it's not working the way I want it to work.
volunteers Who built our WSU Extension Master Gardener Program into what it
Why can't I want it to be big for you, so I'm trying to make that happen. Okay, I think this will work. Let me make sure I still have share sound on. I do. Okay.
The Extension Master Gardener Program is turning 50. It all started right here in Washington State, thanks to the innovative faculty and motivated volunteers who built our WSU Extension Master Gardener Program into what it is today. In 2023, we will celebrate 50 years in style, starting with an April kickoff in Puyallup and mid-year occasions in Prosser, Wenatchee, and Mount Vernon. We'll get together internationally at the IMGC next June in Kansas, and as a state with AEC in September. We want local counties to host their own celebrations, recognizing the impact that Extension Master Gardeners have in their communities. We'll be sharing videos and stories that depict our history, current programs, and plans to come. Look for a media toolkit with graphics, hashtags, calendars, and more to help local programs make sure our golden anniversary is one for the record books. This golden moment is a chance to show the world that we are visionary, hardworking volunteers who believe in the impact that education and engagement can have on the health of our communities and neighbors. We can also go down in history as the first Master Gardener program to establish an endowed chair, supporting the amazing work of our 4,000-strong volunteer organization. you can get involved in our Grand 50th. Host an event in your county, plan a regional event nearby, attend the international event in Kansas or the statewide conference to help us reach our goal to hire a horticulturist dedicated to WSU Master Gardeners. Happy 50th birthday. It's a grand time to be a Master Gardener.
All right. Oops. Okay. Yeah, so that's just a little sneak peek into what's coming next. We have there will be 3 or 4 other videos that are a little bit longer that depict, kind of the history of our program. We'll have David Gibby's voice in that. And some of the other folks that were involved in the very beginning, or if not them, some of them are no longer with us, but we interviewed some of their family members to learn about how they were impacted by their parent or grandparent being a part of the Master Gardener program. So then a second video will really be about the impact that we have today, our projects and activities that we're doing today. And then our third one will be envisioning the future. What will we be in the next 50 years? Or 10 years at a time or 5 years at a time. I mean, it's pretty crazy to think 50 years from now. And then the final one will be shared at the AEC in September. And that will be a culmination of kind of everything and wrapping it all up and looking to the future. So, and there will be stories that are written by our Connors Communications folks. Those stories will be published in a variety of publications, WSU Insider, Washington State Magazine, and whoever else picks it up. There'll be, press releases that go out too, and some op-eds as well. And also there's a group of volunteers working on what we're calling a commemorative magazine to highlight every county across our state and the work that's being done across the state. And those magazines will be available for purchase. All right. Any other questions? So I just encourage you to go out to the website, pull down those resources. They're there for you, and we want you to use them to help us really throw a great big party in 2023. Okay, so it's kind of, I was just saying, hard to think about the next 50 years. And then when I see that original letter where they called it a project, and then when I think about where I started in this program in 2007, my kids were young. My youngest ones were not even in kindergarten yet. And they will be 20 on Tuesday. My youngest two will be 20 on Tuesday. That's like, I keep having to say that out loud. And so, this program has brought me up. This program has brought my kids up. And I really appreciate all of the time and the efforts that each of you give to make our WSU Extension Master Gardener program the best that it can be. Thank you so much, everybody.
Jennifer, I have a question. I need Nancy's last name and I need to know Laura Nicholson's email to mark them present, please.